the United Kingdom. Come for the starchy food, stay because you're in prison for a thought crime. Folks, it finally happened. After a decade and some change flirting with the censorious side, jailing jackasses over racy tweets, Facebook fuckery, and the like, it's finally here. The dystopian future whereby, at least in the UK, the mere act of speech, even in a humorous context, is apparently a crime. It is my solemn duty to report that Count Dankula, Marcus Meacham, the man I discussed earlier in the year, actually late last year in a video entitled When Free Speech Fails, has fallen victim at last to the ongoing Orwellian hallucinostate of the modern UK. To preface this all, I first want to say I stand with the thousands of others in stone-faced opposition to this abject farce of a fucking verdict. If Nazi jokes are a crime, John Cleese is a mass motherfucking murderer.
Cheer her up, you stupid kraut!
Now, I'm not certain what Mr. Meacham intends to do here. Deferred as the fucking sentencing has been, I suspect it hinges largely on whatever laugh-and-a-half procto punishment the Scottish injustice system intend to dole out here. But if and when he disseminates that information, I will not only relay as much as possible with you on Twitter, I encourage you all to support him in any way humanly possible, whether it's help with his no doubt substantial legal fees or preferably transportation the merry fuck out of that country. Let's unite in any way possible to help this cat out, shall we? And by cat, I of course mean literal fucking Nazi!
My girlfriend is always ranting and raving about how cute and adorable her wee dog is, and so I thought I would turn him into the least cute thing that I could think of, which is a Nazi. Jews.
That's the crime, folks. As I stated in my original rant, the man was looking to make his girlfriend laugh and she wouldn't stop singing the praises of his admittedly cute dog, so he trained it to do a Hitler salute, having specified in the video that the reason he did it was precisely because it was, quote, the worst and least cute thing he could think of.
Sieg Heil. Sieg Heil. Sieg Heil.
Kind of a cute Nazi, though.
Now, say what you will about Nazi jokes. I personally tend to think they're a gas. But precisely what crime was this modern Mussolini found guilty of? Well, in the most egregious reassertion that elections do in fact have consequences, this latest odious infringement on your personal fucking rights can in fact be traced back to a 2003 provision entitled the Communications Act. Yes, a UK-wide law, meaning this precedent not only applies in the land of milk and mutton, but in the whole of the United Kingdom. I stated as much on Twitter, but I will now reiterate for the purposes of hopefully preventing a sequel. If you live in the UK and harbor even the vaguest of shitlord proclivities, do not pass go. Do not collect $50. In fact, save your fucking shekels. And the motherfucking moment you possess even the beginnings of a chunk of change, get the fuck out of there. Even if you plan to rise up and fight this fucking joke, you'll do it a hell of a lot better if you aren't perpetually policing your Twitter posts for anything the ghost of Mary Whitehouse may find offensive, lest you be jailed mid-crusade. Don't dig America? Go somewhere else. But somewhere without this goat shit fucking law. This precedent and the law that ratifies it subverts the fucking fundaments of freedom of speech. And yes, this is the very same Communications Act that precipitated Paul Chambers' prolonged nightmare in the 2010 Twitter joke trial, resulting in 2 convictions only being overturned upon the 3rd appeal. Several hundred fucking thousand in legal fees later, I imagine, and empowering the equally controversial April Jones Facebook troll trial of 2012. What's hilarious about all this is that even under those strictures, this hideous hate speech law doesn't even technically apply to the case in question. Count Dankula made his video as a mockery and an expressed repudiation of goddamn Nazis, making the retardation squared that is this ruling a literal legal defense of fucking Nazis!
Hans, are we the baddies?
And really? The Scottish complaining about offensive content on the internet? What are you gonna do, stop stealing Wi-Fi? Frankly, Dankula, I think you're at least partially at fault here. If you wanted to get away with something, you should have joined a refugee rape gang. I'm Razorfist, free Dankula, and God fucking speed! Operation Minecraft!
Certainly. Well, I'll just get your hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres, which must be obeyed at all times without question. Sorry.